Hello, welcome to what I'm playing, Harvest League Edition. These are going to be short videos about the builds I'm playing any given league. Hope you guys enjoy and let's jump right into it. This build is CI Wintertide Brand Occultist, or as I like to call it, Chili Willy. All I can say is I deserve a pat on the back for myself, as it has been one of my most successful league starters ever. So what is this build about? This build is fairly straightforward, as we are mainly concentrating on getting more damage over time, more energy shield, and enough survivability to let our Wintertide Brand jump around the targets and kill everything. One thing you should know about Wintertide Brand though, is that not only do you need damage over time, but also brand activation frequency and duration to make the most of its mechanic. Basic Wintertide Brand has 20 stacks on the target, which you can get up to 24 with Helm enchantment. So you have to increase the duration and activation frequency to hit the 20 stacks within the duration, as that will yield the most damage on the secondary degen effect. I love leveling my builds with my endgame setup as soon as possible, so that's exactly what I did with Wintertide Brand. I started using it at level 12 and I have to say it was decent but not amazing. I recommend to combine it with Vortex and or Cold Snap for a little boost, as you are scaling damage over time anyways. If you can, acquire weapons with +1 to all cold spell skill gems, as this will easily take you to endgame. Final skill tree should look something like this. For Ascendancy we pick Occultist, as it synergizes well with going CI and damage over time, and it is the more obvious choice. This build also can be done as a trickster. We pick Void Beacon, Frigid Wake, Vile Bastion, and Forbidden Power. So let's talk currency now. This build is fairly cheap to get going with, as you can play it as a life energy shield hybrid until you get enough bits and bobs to switch to CI. With the harvest crafting, making good energy shield gear has never been easier. All I did was buy high item level bases and just throw some defense mode crafts on them till something stuck. Most expensive item that I bought was a Hubris Circlet with Wintertide Brand enchant. Apart from that, you can spend a lot of money crafting upgrades, as I did eventually make an impressive, for my standards, amulet. It requires some alteration spamming and an Awakener orb, which is fairly valuable this league. This build is not unique intensive, but the uniques I'm using on this build are a Watcher's Eye, Thread of Hope with a very large ring, and Transcendent Mind. With Thread of Hope we can grab Glancing Blows, so this build is in fact attack and spell block capped, which contributes greatly to the survivability. I also recommend getting a shield with energy shield gain on block. Now let's talk cluster jewels. I've opted for 1 large, 2 medium, and 1 small cluster jewels with the following notables: Deep Chill, Cold-Blooded Killer, 2x Brand Loyalty, Holy Conquest, Grand Design, and Flexible Sentry. So what can this build do? Pretty much everything. For a league starter, it has been very successful in pushing endgame and staying alive. I've killed several Awakener level 8 and Uber Elders. This build is also fairly easy to deal with as far as I've tested. It is not the fastest map clearer nor the fastest boss killer, but it gets the job done and stays safe most of the time. Here are some clips of Chili Willy killing bosses. You can find Path of Building link in the description box. Thanks for watching and be sure to check out my stream if you are new here. Bye, bye, bye.